Robert Pattinson, I think he's great as Batman, but he can never pull off the slick Bruce Wayne. He has to play this emo version of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. I fell in love with Bella.
I hate wolves.
What's up?
Welcome to our coffee shop. I'm your host, Media Dong. Welcome to another episode of the KopiBros show presented by the Chit Podcast Network. And for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube or any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thank you so much for giving us a try, for giving us a listen. We're just a Singaporean duo that want to be part of the
DCEU. DCEU. Not really, but really.
Yeah. Speaking of people that want to be part of the DCU, once again, I'm joined by my KopiBro Brandon, who is in Malaysia because his passport got revoked in the
no. Honestly, I felt like I could have done better, but
you know what? In hindsight, looking at that episode, right, I really think that you could have done better. It's just that
I think in the hindsight, I thought I was okay. I think the one question that I felt that I should have gotten wrong is the Lawrence Wong one. The one where I said Lawrence Wong, my friend.
Lawrence Wong. Oh, that had me dying, sir. They're really damn funny, sir. But yeah, as in like now you know it's Ong Yi Kun lah.
Yeah, Ong Yi Kun.
No. I think, but overall, I think it was quite a fun episode. Next year probably you'll have a chance to go and test me, or maybe we can both gang out and test like Xin Yong or Paula or something. Yeah.
You're my revenge, I'm telling you.
But it must be equal scale questions. You cannot ask.
Of course.
Fair. But you do watch the parade?
I watched half of the parade.
Okay. So like, from which point do you start watching?
I think I didn't watch it. I missed the middle. I watched the starting, then I went for dinner. Then I watched the end when they sing the last song and did the fireworks display. Boom.
Okay. The fireworks display was quite nice, overall.
Yeah.
But I think like the most high profile thing that came from the NDP, not like last year. Last year there was like a bunch of things that came out.
Yeah.
But this year it was more our president being a bit.
She was asking for directions.
Yeah, it reminded me of like, you know, if you see all those clips of like Joe Biden when he's walking in the US, then they're always like, all right, President, you may walk here. Then he never walks at any of that.
Yeah. He just chooses his own way.
You're like, oh, okay, reshuffle, then you're going to adjust back again. Yes, yeah. But I was like telling my wife when I was watching it, I was like, there's going to be so many memes of like 4 years of I don't know where to go now.
Yeah. Like after one holiday, then like, where's my office?
Yeah. But overall, I thought it was quite a fun and enjoyable National Day. I watched the whole thing and thought it was quite a smooth NDP and it was very smooth and well done. Unlike the DCU, which is not so smooth.
What a good transition today.
I actually wrote this down earlier. For this week's episode, what we're going to be doing is going to be recasting the DCU. And you're probably wondering, like, why were we recasting the DCU? But then,
because they're going to recast it themselves.
Yeah. So some backstory about what's currently going on in the DC universe, right? Is that originally the project was undertaken by Zack Snyder, but overall, when you watch it, right, you could tell that there was a lot of corporate meddling. So it's like they were saying like, okay, I want to include this, I want to like have a lot of
plus he had some personal issues that after it caused him to not be able to direct the
Justice League.
Yeah.
And then it ended up going to
the Marvel,
who is someone that did the first Avengers lah. But you can tell that there was a clash of styles and interests because Zack Snyder is more moody and dark, and then Joss Whedon, he's like Avengers, like more fun lah. Yeah,
correct.
There was quite a mixed bag of movies throughout the whole DCU universe. Like I would say that some are good, and then it ranges from good to like very bad lah. So like there are some movies that I feel that okay, like this is not too bad, and then there are some that I feel like this belongs in the trash.
Yeah.
Batman vs Superman is like a horrible.
Oh wow, that was Your mother's the same name as my mother. Friends.
Yeah.
Summary. What a horrible summary of that show.
Hey, no, if you look at it realistically, right, you'll be like, hey, what a coincidence that boys start beating up.
We all beat each other. Then after like, we never going to be friends. I hate you. What's your mother's name? Martha. My God, we're brothers.
Yeah, that was really very bad. Okay, for now, The Flash was the last of this Zack Snyder sort of series. And now they're going to sort of reboot the entire series and possibly recast everyone that was involved. James Gunn is now the guy that's going to be in charge. So if you essentially know James Gunn, he's the guy that directed all of the Guardian of the Galaxy movies. And he's been slowly doing some DC projects. So if you see, right, the Suicide Squad, not the first one, not the horrible one, the second one, the very funny one where there's like the shark that's Sylvester Stallone.
That's the shark man.
Oh yeah, and Idris Elba takes over from Will Smith, right? And also Peacemaker, the TV series, right? Yeah, so he's the one that directed those two that were like very well received, lah. There's also been news that there's been a new Superman and there's a new Lois Lane. So do you know that they already recasted these two people?
I know that they recasted Superman, but I didn't know that they already confirmed the person.
Yeah, so the only person that this has been like officially recasted is this Superman who is David Corenswet. To be honest, if you'd ask me do you think he can play Superman? I have no idea lah.
David Corenswet, right?
Yeah. I just think that he really looks like Henry Cavill. If you go and look at
yes. The slightly uglier version, I feel.
yeah. It's like not so, how to say,
not so
chiseled.
Not so strong features, but almost there.
Similar. Yeah.
Similar.
The person that's also playing Lois Lane has been casted is Rachel Brosnahan. So Rachel Brosnahan, I've seen her in House of Cards, and I've also seen her in Fantastic Mrs. Maisel. She'll be a great Lois Lane lah. But I think before we sort of like start the recasting stuff, right, I just want to ask you, what's your overall thoughts on this DCU universe? Like the whole project lah. Overall.
I feel like it's just like horrendously messy.
I agree. I think it's really very messy.
It's like horrendously messy, and they don't think about longevity. It's like they just want to get one movie done, right? And that's it. So it's like, we watch Justice League, right? Justice League is like surrounding Batman, you know. It's like Batman is one of the core. So it's the same. Like they really could have just, when Dark Knight was so popular, right? Just like ride on that wave, right? And just build the Justice League around like Batman.
Yeah.
And like slowly add in the characters. But no, they didn't. They wait until Christian Bale retired. Then after that, they found I don't know what I can say about Ben Affleck Batman. Then if comparing Batmans, I'm telling you, it's like wow.
Nice. Like we'll talk a bit about Batman later during the recasting portion. Because I think it'd be good like when we go through each person, like we review the previous person, how is it like and stuff like that. But okay, like to touch on this a bit, right? Do you feel that is the right decision to restart the whole thing?
Yes, I really feel that they should, because honestly, I felt that they took too long to do the Justice League. Yeah. And now all the actors and actresses, they don't have a very long runway. They don't have the next like 5 to 10 years to do like the whole like entire arc of like Justice League movie.
Yeah.
You know, they like Henry Cavill, maybe can make it. Ben Affleck 100% cannot make it there.
No, cannot, brother.
Gal Gadot pushing it a bit because like, you know, she's like reaching the age already, you know.
But I do think that it just becomes very confusing for the mass public because they're like, another one. Then so all these previous ones that I watched like are redundant in a way. Yeah, so like for instance, the Flash movie now, you think about it, right? It bears no there's no purpose or no.
Like, but I thought that they tried to they tried to like use the Flash as the reason why like now everybody's going to change. So I thought it was quite well done. I don't know why it was that badly received. I feel it's mainly because of the actor rather than the show. Honestly, I thought the show was quite okay.
Yeah, but I saw a lot of feedback that one of the main issues was that the CGI was very bad.
Yes, that's one. But honestly, the storyline and everything was. I felt
it's okay lah. It's just
I felt it's okay.
CGI
the CGI was bad, and I felt like also because of Ezra Miller, right? That a lot of people like cannot fall in love with the character. You get what I mean?
Okay, so for you, it's actually quite enjoyable, but it was a bit like how to say too little, too late sort of situation lah. Like they,
Correct.
yeah, you've done what you can, but it's like it's not gonna be, might not be salvageable anymore lah.
But I felt that it was not a bad transition to go into the next saga. Like, yeah.
But before we do that, I just want to ask, which roles do you feel that, if given the choice, right, you would keep? Like, who do you think, like, okay, I will still want this person to stay?
Batman. Ben Affleck is like Batman forever. I just want to see how badly he can do it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, anyone but Batman. Yeah, Because if you ask me, right, honestly, I think I'm okay. I'm completely fine, right, to just wipe out everybody except maybe
2 people.
the only one I feel a bit wasted is the Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman. These two. The rest, right, I'm like completely fine to just like recast everybody and redo again lah.
Yeah, I think these two plus maybe Aquaman as well. I think Aquaman was very like sort of. Yeah.
I don't know lah. Okay, but since they are more or less gonna recast everyone for this episode, we thought it'd be fun for us to go and see if in the future, right, when we recast these people, if any of them actually get these roles, I think it'd be quite dope, Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we predicted that this person was going to be fitting into this role. Yeah, we're going to be sort of like picking actors or actresses that we feel, okay, like they're going to be playing these particular roles and stuff like that. Okay, let's get right into the episode. So, as previously said, right, in the opening, we're going to be doing sort of a recasting. The roles that we will be recasting, given that we already know Superman is going to be casted as someone has already been casted as Superman. So, for us, we're going to be recasting Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter, who was not in the original DCU, and then Harley Quinn and Joker. I think for us to start it off, the centerpiece of this whole thing has to be Batman lah. I mean, like, he has to be, the key building block for this whole thing. Previously, this DCU Batman was played by Ben Affleck, who was intentionally casted to be an older version of Batman. Personally, I find Affleck was a bad choice overall.
Very.
Because I feel that he's not menacing as Batman. And I also feel that he's not
like
not slick enough to be Bruce Wayne.
Correct. Like some people, it's because they're too slick as Bruce Wayne that maybe they don't get to grasp Batman that
you can't buy them as Batman because they're not menacing enough.
Correct. But the thing is that at least they are very good Bruce Wayne. You get what I mean? But Ben Affleck, you're just like, what are you good at?
He's never been a good actor. He's a great director. Now he's a great director. Like his craft, he should be directing, but he's not. He's never been a very good actor. And then also, like, when you're watching the Justice League, right, you can tell that they reshoot the thing because there are scenes where he's chiseled, and then there are some scenes where he put on weight.
Yeah. But that's the reason why DCU is so messy. It's like, you see, James Gunn already know that he's going to recast the entire series, right? Then why would you release a Batman movie, right, with Robert Pattinson? Like last year.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't think that that's part of the DCU. That is just a Batman on his own. But for the general consensus, right, it'll be very confusing in general.
Yeah. It's like you just launched a new...
So like, who is the Batman they're going to be following? But I think that they are going to do a Batman for this DCU. And then Robert Pattinson's Batman is like, okay, it's like a Christopher Nolan standalone type of Batman. You get what I mean?
I thought I just watched the Dark Batman. Then suddenly, why am I watching Batman again?
Yeah. But also, if you look at it from like a James Gunn perspective, right? Because James Gunn, he does sort of meta but comedic. Like, it's like deep, but also there's like a layer of comedy or this, right?
Comedy, yeah.
I just don't see like stylistically that Batman fitting into this James Gunn universe.
100% it cannot. Like, they went too dark already. They just like suddenly, let's bring back the dark, the really dread emo Batman back again. Then it's just like, wow.
Yeah. And then like to touch on it also, Robert Pattinson, I think he's great as Batman. You know what I mean? Like, he fits Batman, but he can never pull off the slick Bruce Wayne. He has to play this emo version of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Like this, like, I'm always very emo. I'm not a player. I can't play a playboy.
People listen to My Chemical Romance.
I fell in love with Bella. I got my heart broken. I can't do this shit anymore.
I hate wolves. Well, okay, so as we look at it from a DCU perspective, right? Okay, like if we know that James Gunn is going to be the one that's going to run this whole thing, who do you think will be ideal to play Batman? And then I think what we're going to do is that every time you pick a role and I suggest my person, you suggest somebody, I suggest somebody, right? Then we'll come to consensus like, okay, who is the better fit lah? Then from there we'll decide.
Okay.
So you want to go first? Yeah, you go ahead.
Let me go first.
Okay.
Sure. Actually, maybe you go because I have two choices for Batman. And one is a very fun out there choice, and the other one is quite a legit choice. Okay, so we take this. Yeah.
I also have two choices. So okay, I'll go first lah. Ultimately, I feel that there are two choices in my mind, but I'm going to pick for this one person instead lah. So guys, the person that I'm not picking, right, is this actor called Jensen Echoes. Do you know him?
Oh, yes. What? Oh, he's the one actor at sorry? Oh,
he was in Supernatural.
Yes. But then I felt like he would have made a very good Batman if he didn't act in The Boys.
Yes. Okay. So one of the reasons why I thought that he would be a good fit is because when I watched The Boys, I feel that he can be a very menacing Batman. If you watch because he plays Soldier Boy, the character.
Yeah, correct. And he's quite dark in that show.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I thought like, okay, I think that he can play the Batman role very well. Like the role of Batman as a menacing dark character.
And in Supernatural, he can play off the very like playboy kind of vibe as well as Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Yes. So he can sort of play that role. The only thing that sort of made me don't want to pick him, right, is that I feel that I want my Batman to be more physically imposing. So I want someone that is very big, or like someone that is more, how to say, when he wears a suit, right, you can physically tell that, okay, I'm like superior to you and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was one of the things that I really considered, because I feel that this Jensen Echoes, he's like more leanish. Do you know what I mean?
But at the same time, I actually shortlisted Jensen Echoes also, but it's just that I felt one other reason is just that he's a bit old as well. He's 45 already this year. Yeah,
so but ultimately, I feel that I want to pick this person, but I also feel that this person, right, he might get casted in another role in the DCU. Because when I say the other role later, right, when I send you a photo of this guy, right, you'll be like, oh, I completely get it. So this actor's name is Alan Richardson. Have you heard of him before?
Alan Richardson.
Yeah, so he's an actor, right, that he never really had very successful roles until he did this show called Reacher. If you see like,
oh my god, I know him. Yes.
Yeah, so if you, I'm sending you a photo also lah, so you can have a look of how he looks like.
He's
like without.
He's my cast. Yeah. He's my cast. He's my cast for another person. You know, like literally, he's my.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this Alan Richardson, right? The reason why is that because I watched the show Reacher when I was in Philippines, and then the role of this Reacher character, he's a detective that is like he has to know how to beat up people. When you watch the film, right, he's like ginormous, like he's really physically imposing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he can pull off both. He's menacing to people, so people find him scary, but he's very charming. In the show itself, right, he's just killing and mauling people the whole time, but he's also solving a murder. So I feel that he can play the detective part quite well. The thing is that I also feel he's very suitable for another role.
Yeah, I put him as he's my number one for another role. But I tell you, the reason why I cannot imagine him as Batman, right? Is because Richard wasn't the first time I saw him. The first time I saw him, right, was with this series, right, Blue Mountain State.
Oh yeah.
And he was such a joker on that show, and he was just like a troll. He was like literally like like in American Pie, right? He's like the Stifler. He's the Stifler of the Blue Mountain State. So that's the reason why I feel like I couldn't imagine him as Batman. But now that you say, actually, after watching Witcher, right, he actually can play a bit of both.
He's starting to get more high profile jobs because I saw he was in the latest Fast and Furious also. So I feel like, but I feel that he eventually, right, someone will cast him. for some sort of superhero because he just looks the part. Okay, but that was my pick lah. So I'm gonna pick this Alan Richardson for Batman specifically. But who is your picks? Should be interesting.
Let me tell you. Okay, honestly, I thought I was going a bit out there one, right? The first my first pick, but maybe I probably won't go with him, right? But because he made the reason why is because I feel like he's not imposing enough, but I feel like he's quite a good out there pick, right? Is James Dornan. You know who James Dornan?
Oh,
50 Shades of Grey. Yeah. So you think about it, right? He is a billionaire, right? With a huge secret behind him. So, wow! You think about it, he's actually Batman. He has a red room, right? But instead of a red room right now, right? It's the Batcave. Yeah. This is the Batcave. Yeah.
You press the button, it's not the better rank or this is like
what? Get wrong buttons like one red room is all the witch, everything. The next room is like latex all, but then it's like Batman.
His batsuit got like what the butt cheeks review on
it. Maybe he was one that came up with the idea the batsuit got a nipple. Remember got one of the Batman got the batsuit got a nipple. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. Oh, that batsuit, right? You can actually rub his nipple. It's just two holes that you can rub.
That's a bit too intense.
idea. But I completely understand why you're not gonna pick him.
Yeah. But you think about it. But actually, you think about it, right? He actually is. He could be someone that fits that role if he bulks up lah. If he bulks up, yeah.
Cause as in like he's not a horrible actor. It's just that he's tainted by that 50 Shades.
Yeah,
series,
but the thing is, in 50 Shades, okay, he also comes off very dark and brooding. Yeah.
Who's your actual pick?
My actual pick, right, is actually right. Kit Harington.
Kit Harington.
But honestly, I think he's a very good. Jon Snow. No, you think about it, he got that brooding look going on already, right? And he's actually young. He's young enough to like follow the entire series to the next, like, because I that's the thing is I feel like Batman has to be someone, right, who is famous. I see Robert Downey Jr. is someone who is talented enough, right, to hold the entire series, right, until the saga finish.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a problem because there aren't that many like talented actors. As in, like at this stage, right, that have already acted in big roles, right, and like can continue on the entire series. You know, he already played an iconic hero, so it's like he wouldn't have a problem like holding that role. You know, he wouldn't have a problem like holding like being the main star of like the next Justice League. You know,
there is one small issue with that choice though. He's in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
He is as in the Eternals, like that team lah.
That team. Correct.
To be honest, right, Kit Harington, if you watch Game of Thrones, I think he'll be okay as Batman, but I don't really think he'll be a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, maybe. But I feel like after he shaved, right, I feel like his talent, like especially for him, right, I feel like, acting wise, right, he's talented enough to like play both. You know what I mean?
And not really, leh. Because when I watch Game of Thrones, right, I always feel that he's not a very good actor. Like he's an okay actor, but I don't feel that he can do like how to say he cannot do slick or he cannot do like charming. I don't feel he's that good an actor, but he looks the part lah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only issue is that my pick, right, Alan Richardson, I feel that he might be up for another role later. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this after we decide the other person's role. And then it'll be interesting to go and see how we're going to lay this off. Okay, the next person is going to be Wonder Woman. Now, the role of Wonder Woman was given to Gal Gadot previously in the first one. It was one of the one characters I feel that I would not recast. Because...
Yeah.
Because
she really played like such an iconic role, right?
If we're doing this on the premise of that we're going to recast them, right? I don't know about you, but I don't really think that I would want an American. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah. Like I don't want a blue-eyed like American. Like yeah. But okay, maybe you go first and then we can discuss. So who do you want to put as your option to go and be the recasting?
I went the other way. I have one right that I felt like will be a very like I feel like she's fit enough, and she is those typical blue eye, like can really play the back. Okay, because Gal Gadot wasn't like a very standard Wonder Woman, right? She was like slightly off.
Amazonian.
Yeah, correct. The person I was thinking about right is Alexandra Daddario.
Oh, Alexandra Daddario. Yeah. From like she's from what's that? True Detective,
Baywatch.
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, but her eyes are like super blue.
Super blue. Yeah, super blue. So it's like because you see she's not new to acting with in those kind of like movie with special
series,
effects.
like,
yeah,
series. Yeah.
Series,
like,
especially even series considering she acted in Percy Jackson, right? Need to have something captivating, because if not, right, people will always keep having that Gal Gadot image in their mind, you know? I feel lah.
So that different enough that people will not relate this one with the with Gal Gadot. Yeah.
Gal Gadot, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So your pick is gonna be Alexandra Daddario. Okay, my one, I went the route of like I want someone true to the origin of the thing. So like, if you see the American versions of like the old Wonder Woman, right, is they change the origin, which is like she's not Amazonian, she's like some American lawyer that like
yes, American lawyer.
yeah, but I want the original, like she's an Amazonian person lah, that type of feel. So it's like similar to Gal Gadot, that type of feel. But at the same time, I also don't want to get someone that is too
similar to Gal Gadot.
Not say too similar, but I don't want someone that is like hot, like too hot. Do you know what I mean? So initially, like a lot of the casting people, right, they said like they want Ana de Armas.
Yes. Yeah. Ana de Armas.
Yeah, but I feel that she's too much now of a sex symbol already.
Yeah. It's because
like, she's been like the Blade Runner, like the naked poster in Blade Runner and stuff like that.
The Grey Man.
Yeah, the Grey Man. Well, I feel like okay, I don't really want Ana de Armas to be Wonder Woman, because it's like it'll be too sexualized already. Like they'll like take away from the look of a Wonder Woman. So the actress that I actually wanted to when I picked, right, is because I watched this Top Gun Maverick. There's this actress that plays Phoenix, called Monica Barbaro. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the only girl that is in the flying crew, the Monica Barbaro, right? So if you have a look at her, she has this how to say she's not authentic like blue-eyed American. So she has like Italian descent, and then also there's a bit of how to say English, like Welsh. Her mother is English Welsh or this lah. She's pretty, but she can still pull off the like how to say Amazonian look. She also can pull off action stuff, because if you watch the Top Gun, she's like just like whole movies she's doing action and stuff like that. I think it depends on what do you think that will be the best decision. Do you want to change it completely, or do you want to stay true to the Gal Gadot? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but that's the thing, because I feel like with this Monica, right, I will never forget Gal Gadot. You know, I was still always in my mind thinking, actually Gal Gadot, like, you know, yeah.
Okay, I think I'll concede this one. Like, I'm fine also if you want to pick Alexandra. I think it's okay. It's like no issue lah.
Yeah, like I said, because both of us know actually by right. It's because if we had a choice, we would just stick with Gal Gadot.
Yeah, we would just stick with Gal Gadot lah. I think that if you want to stay true to the Gal Gadot, right, we'll take Monica, and if you want to change it up, then we'll take Alexandra lah. But okay, for this, we'll pick with Alexandra. All right, the next character is the Flash. The one character that I felt like they needed to recast this guy, not because he cannot act, but because he's a dick. Like he's a really
No, he's a horrible person in real life. So it's like people can't get over the fact and then they always just see him, and I felt like he honestly played too good of a role, right, in the Harry Potter series.
Yes.
Because that is really him.
Okay, since you went first this one, I'll go first this one. The character that I'm picking, right? The only other person I consider is Dylan O'Brien. I don't know if you picked him, but he's the Maze Runner main character.
Yeah. He's one of my top picks for the Flash.
But ultimately, the role of the Flash, right, is you need someone that is like how to say he's not big framed. He can't be too tall. He also has to be more of a witty, fun character lah. Like a witty, like charming, smart, and fun character. So the actor that I'm picking is Joe Keery. So do you know who's Joe Keery?
Wow, no, actually, it sounds familiar, but I don't think so, man. Is it like some...
Okay, so Joe Keery, right? if you ever watch Stranger Things, right, he plays Steve. So he's one of the main characters.
Is it Harrington? Steve Harrington.
Yeah. Steve Harrington.
yeah.
Steve Harrington. Yeah. So when you watch that show, right, Steve Harrington, he started off as a bully, and then but over the course of the show, right, he become like everyone's favorite character because he's like he really babysits the entire cast of all the like kids and stuff like that, like. And then how to say, he's very funny, like his comedic timing, all this is very, very good. He's popular enough now because everyone watches Stranger Things in the US and stuff like that, that I feel that okay, he can take a role in a major movie. I think the only reason he's not taken more of a major role, right, is because Stranger Things occupies like a lot of his schedule. Because it's like
because I feel like the Flash also has to be very like charming and handsome, but I don't remember him being like that charming.
He's not I don't feel the Flash has to be handsome, but I feel the Flash has to be charming.
Yeah.
But if you watch Stranger Things, right, he's very charming. Like from the second season onwards, right, he becomes like very charismatic, lah. Slim.
Yeah. Actually, like his build and everything I feel it fits the role of the Flash very well.
Yeah. So and I also think like now also Stranger Things is ending already, ma. So it's like after the Stranger Things, after he can sort of like fit into that role, lah. What about you? What's your pick?
Honestly, right, the one person that I feel right they should just make him the Flash fully, right, is Grant Gustin. And it's because he's really playing the Flash in the series, right?
Series, yeah.
And he plays such a good role as the Flash, you know. The fact that they can even extend the Flash series, right, for so long, right, shows how good he is as a Flash. You know, that's what I feel. So that's why I feel like for DC, right, their series are really doing so well, right? Why couldn't they just like merge it into like the movies, you know?
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I feel that James Gunn will not pick him for the fact that he's already in the TV series. Because he's quite the type like if I'm going to redo, right, I want to redo it my way, this type of person. Yeah. He won't pick someone that like fits another role, and then like every time you watch it, you're thinking of the other show.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the reason why I know that 100% he won't pick
It's Grant Gustin.
Grant Gustin. So that's the reason why like my pick, right, was actually like is someone who's very similar to Grant Gustin, I feel, who doesn't have that many big roles, but he's still like quite funny. He looks sometimes a bit himbo moment. Look like he got some himbo moments. It's Lucas Till. He was one that acted in MacGyver.
Oh yeah. Lucas Till. Yeah.
I feel like
he
really looks apart. Like you just put a mask on the inside. I like the Flash.
He was in the what's that show? When I was a kid. The Hannah Montana, right?
Yes. He was Hannah Montana. Yeah, he was the guy, the love interest for Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
he's not like overly, like he's not like super like jacked up, like, you know, because the Flash has a bit like he's a bit lengthy. Then he's a bit I feel like he's very charming. Like, you know, like, yeah.
To be honest, I'm fine if it's this Lucas Till also. I think he's a good pick, lah.
Yeah, I'm actually the same also. I feel like for Joe Keery also, like I feel like he's charming enough to make people like
fit in the role, right?
Yeah, but like it's not the first moment I see you, I know you fit the role. You know, it's like the more you have to
act it, you have to act, and then I'll see that you can fit the role.
The more I watch, the more like, hey, actually he's quite a good Flash. But for Lucas Till, it's the wow, this is such a like. It's like they put the mask. It's like, wow, what a good pick. What a good pick. It's like the start. This is at the start.
I agree. Okay, so we'll pick Lucas Till. Lucas Till. Yeah, you're gonna be the Flash. Okay. Next up is the Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, come back.
So the thing about that movie, right? It's a horrendous movie. I think it's one of the worst movies I ever watched. Ever. Like, period.
Honestly, I hate that movie. I thought it was quite okay.
No, it's a bad movie, man. But Ryan Reynolds, right? He fits the part, lah. As in, he looks like
a superhero. Yeah. He really does look like Hal Jordan.
Yeah, but I think he will never do it again because he's Deadpool now.
Yeah.
And he shit on that movie like so many times.
Yeah. Multiple times he went back to kill himself.
Yeah. For you, Brandon, who will you cast as Green Lantern? This role has to be someone physically, I think, that has to be a bit bigger than Flash.
Yes.
So like, but he can't be bigger than like Superman or Batman. So it's like he has to be Yeah.
So I really felt like this person that I chose, right, fits just nice in the middle. Following your pick from Top Gun Maverick, right, the guy I'm choosing is Glenn Powell.
Bro, same.
Oh
The
my
same
gosh.
perspective.
We got him.
We got him.
We got him.
Moving on.
Yeah. So because
he just looks exactly like Green Lantern. Like
yeah, like you just put the green mask, then you're just like the build, the physique, even the personality that he oozes, right? Like he's funny when he needs to be, but he's like the charming, yes, charming.
slick. Especially after you see the Top Gun, right? He's like super ripped now.
Yes,
like he's
yes. But the thing is, his rip, right, is not the Superman kind of rip.
He's not like the Alan Richardson buff, like
buff,
that type
yeah.
of, like, buff, but he's like ripped. You know what I mean?
Like slightly bigger but toned.
I've seen this Glenn Powell, right, in like a lot of shows before this, like before Top Gun Maverick, right? And every movie I see him in, like there's this movie that it's like a college movie, Everybody Wants Some or something like that. So it's just him with like a bunch of college friends in like all playing baseball and stuff like that, right? And then the whole movie I was like, this actor is such a good actor, no? Because he keeps stealing every single scene that he's in, no? He's very witty, very clever and all this kind of thing. So when I saw him in Top Gun Maverick, I was like, he got a break. You know, like
finally he is like the one of the part of the main cast for a good movie.
It's like, he can finally showcase like how talented he is. So yeah, I think easy pick for Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Consensus.
Yeah. But actually, right, growing up, I don't remember if you watched the animated series. Green Lantern used to be like the African American guy.
Yeah, correct.
So my other pick, right, actually, right, Michael B. Jordan. Right.
Ooh.
Right.
What's the other? Yeah, I can't remember the other Green Lantern's name, but
yeah. Because
it's an interesting pick. It's an interesting pick,
and he's funny. Like he's quite funny as well, and he can play but he's not until too funny. Like so, I felt like wow. Actually, both. I really wouldn't mind both because I grew up watching like African American like Green Lantern.
Okay, here's the issue that I feel. He's a very iconic character in Marvel.
Yeah, that's one reason why as well.
Yeah, and he's a great villain in that movie.
He's really good. Let's stick with Nebel. Yeah.
Okay, next up is Aquaman. And I think this is the character that you feel that Alan Richardson can play. Is that right?
Yes. Because
he looks the part also. And because Aquaman needs to be someone ripped enough, right, to like just go on without a shirt. You get what I mean? Yeah. Because like Jason Momoa already like made like a statement already, you know? Yeah, so it's like it's very hard to find someone that ripped to play Aquaman. He's more ripped than Jason Momoa.
Correct.
Ripped.
More ripped,
yeah. Okay. And then also like if you watch if you know this actor Alan Richardson, right? He played Aquaman in Smallville. Already.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. He played Aquaman in Smallville.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's the thing that is like how to say it can quite easily be.
Correct. Then it's like it gives people the nostalgic feeling, you know?
Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the person that I'm proposing to play Aquaman. Okay, that I feel that when I say it, right, you'll be like, oh yeah, actually he can play Aquaman also. But he might not play the Aquaman that we're thinking of, like the Jason Momoa Aquaman. Yeah. So I'm picking the actor that I'm picking off, right, is Sam Clifton. And you'll be thinking like, who is Sam Clifton? But if I say, right, the Hunger Games, there's this actor that acted with the Triton.
He's the one that did Me Before You.
Yeah.
He's the guy who committed suicide. It's like
Yeah.
But he's handsome. He's damn handsome. Yeah.
So he's sort of like quietened off after the Hunger Games stuff. He's like done like maybe like that Me After You and then the Enola Holmes the series along with Henry Cavill. If they did cast the Jason Momoa, I'd be like, why don't you just cast this guy?
Yeah. Actually,
he's literally like throwing a trident the whole movie.
Yeah. And he has that build, but he's not the that's why I say. But which is true. If you're going in a different, a different kind of vibe from Jason Momoa, which actually you can. And he also he always does I get what I mean. Really, in Hunger Games, he really does look the part. Because there were a lot of times that he likes to wear those kind of like beady necklace as well. You know, like in Hunger Games.
And
Yes,
then
yes,
it's
yes.
like how to say he can do all the action stunts with the trident already. He can throw it and stuff like that. Personally, I just don't. I feel that Kit Harington cannot play Batman. That's the thing. It's the main thing that I'm like, I don't want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what I mean.
But I feel this Alan Richardson, right? No matter what, he'll get casted in the DCU. I genuinely feel, right?
Yeah.
He's too like out there as an actor already, especially after the Reacher, right? It's like everyone was like, wow, who is this like big burly?
Yeah, big, and somehow he's like big dark. And honestly, he made Reacher like very cool.
Badass, bro.
Yeah, they're badass. I don't know, cause honestly, wow, because you see, cause my mind, I keep putting like Alan Richardson, right, as Aquaman, right? So it feels like he's not dark enough to play Batman. Because at the start, Iron Man also seems like a very, not like when Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man, he was also a very lone wolf. But in the end, he became the center of like someone who like created the MCU. He's too good at playing both roles, right? That I'm a bit confused right now.
We just put this Sam Cliff in there first. I think he can still play the role. He's a good Aquaman.
But after you say it's a second film, right, I feel like it makes sense because like okay, at the end of the day, Alan Richardson is a better Batman than Chit Harington.
Yeah, I really, it's because right, there's not that many options to compete as Batman now. Yeah, if given a choice, Aquaman, right? It's just because Alan Richardson he can play both.
So for now, we'll just
put Sam Cliff in.
Put Sam Cliff in first. Then if anything later, if whatever, yeah.
Okay, the next up is Martian Manhunter. This Martian Manhunter, ultimately, he's an alien from Mars that comes over to Earth. His superpowers is basically because he's genetically from.
Yeah. When I think of the Martian Manhunter, right, there was only one person who was thinking of, and like he really looks like a Martian Manhunter. No makeup whatsoever. He can play the role already.
Okay.
He's Lance Reddick. He's the guy. Lance Reddick. Do you know who's Lance Reddick?
I need to see the photo. Let me go and see a photo. Yeah.
He acted in John Wick. He's the hotel. The
Oh.
Yeah. You go see his photo. He really looks like a Martian Manhunter. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Wick.
And the thing is, Martian Manhunter is a lot on the voice, I feel, because it's going to be CGI anyway. And like he has his face shape, his head shape, it really looks like an alien. So it's like, damn, can do action.
And he just float around here, float around.
Yeah, float around there.
Float around here, float around there. Use some powers here, use power there. I think it's a good pick. Easy pick. We'll go with Lance Reddick. Okay.
Lance Reddick.
All right, next up is Harley Quinn. The one person, right, I really feel touched my heart. I would not cast more than Wonder Woman, right? I would not recast this character. You can replace Wonder Woman. It's harder to find a Harley Quinn.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That looks exactly like Harley Quinn. Yeah.
And give off and like look can is because she has to be like pretty enough, hot enough. At the same time, she has to be like looks like has that crazy like will act well enough to be that crazy, you know? Yeah.
Like some people, right, they look the part, but then I feel like they are not like you know, like Kaylee Kuko from
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I'm like she's too goofy as a like I cannot like
yeah. She doesn't. I feel like she can't be like the evil crazy because the thing Harley Quinn has to have moments where it's like not just normal crazy, like, you know, it's like the evil kind of crazy. Yeah. Someone I don't know whether she can play this role, but I felt like she sort of looks the part, but I feel like she can act crazy enough.
Okay.
And she doesn't like blonde wise, right? She's okay. She's about there, so it's Anna Taylor-Joy.
Okay, Anna Taylor-Joy. It's an interesting pick. Yeah.
From the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, Queen's Gambit. Also like very iconic for her eyes lah. Very
correct. Because the thing is, she can do the crazy eyes, and I feel like for the thing is the Harley Quinn, right, has to have someone that can pull off that crazy look, you know.
But then the more I look at her, right, I just feel that she's too like ethereal. Do you know what I mean? Like, she looks like some like princess feel, like a very unique looking princess style feel. Yeah, and then the only villain that I thought like, okay, she can play, right? I also, when I got this image in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, I just can see her as like Poison Ivy. I just cannot take her out of my mind as like Poison Ivy as the villain.
Poison
You know,
Ivy.
like she can take care of plants, this type of that type of feel, yeah lah. And I don't think that she can do the like high bats, like that type of.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. Okay. So when we're talking about this crazy thing, right, there was only one actress that I thought of that is like, okay, I can completely imagine her doing a great job as Harley Quinn, but I don't think that she doesn't look too much like Harley Quinn. Yeah. So this actress, right, is Victoria Pat Reddy. So if you ever watch You, the second season of You, or if you ever watch the Haunting House of Bly Manor, or the Haunting House the Haunting House series lah.
Yeah.
She's a very good actress and she can play crazy. Because if you watch You, right, she's like
she really crazy. Yeah. I get what you mean. It's just that
she doesn't look like Harley Quinn. You know what I mean?
I can't even imagine her with blonde hair.
Yeah. And another thing also, right, is that she openly says that she doesn't like to be famous. And I think if you do a role like this, right, it's like they'll push you into like stardom. You know what I mean? It's like
correct. Because they already made, like, I think because Margot Robbie made Harley Quinn much more popular than she it was intended to. Yeah, like Harley Quinn wasn't meant to be so popular, but Margot Robbie did such a good job, right? That's why I said it's so hard to find another Harley Quinn, because like, see, Wonder Woman was supposed to be famous. Like, she literally like had like the whole movie to herself. But when they did Suicide Squad, right, they didn't meant for Harley Quinn to be that famous, you know.
It's like if Victoria Pat Reddy, right, look like her, I'd be like, oh.
Yes. I get what you mean. And you are so confident with Victoria's acting skills, right? Yeah, correct.
But I'm gonna pick the Victoria because I just think that she can act the role.
Yeah. Like at least for visual wise, may not be, but
you might be able to do something like.
Might be able to do something. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, come on, bats and stuff like that. But I think she can act the role. She's a very good actor.
Correct.
Okay, we're just gonna pick Victoria Pat Reddy, not because we feel that she looks the part lah.
Yeah. Because we really have no choice.
If given a choice, we would still pick Margot Robbie.
Yes.
Okay, last one is the Joker.
The Joker.
Yeah, the most difficult acting role for villains, like by far.
Yeah.
And then DCEU's Joker was Jared Leto. Huge letdown. But now the actor that I feel will be amazing as this Joker, right? And I think there's only one person I thought of lah. I was like, I only think this is the only actor that I feel can play Joker. We mentioned The Boys earlier, right? If you watch The Boys, right, the main character, the main villain in the whole show is this character. It's Anthony Starr, who plays what's his name? The character's name, Homelander.
Yes. Yeah.
If you watch that movie, right, the show, right, the whole time you can see like, oh, he's got this crazy side. He's got this menacing personality. He can snap at any time, and then like everyone is just scared of him. And he's such a good actor, you know, the actor, the Anthony Starr. The whole time watching, I'm like, oh, this guy is such a good actor. Yeah. He will have to lose weight. He will have to be skinnier for the Joker lah.
But I can see what you mean, really, because his facial expressions. Yeah.
Yes. Like his facial expressions, or like his crazy looks, or like the, you know what I mean, like the feel of just being some like nut job and stuff like that lah. Yeah, he can act menacing. So yeah, that's my pick lah. Yeah, Joker, easy for me, Anthony Starr. For you, bro? Got someone else that like, oh, shock me.
Honestly, the person that I straight thought of, right, that I really want to see play Joker, right, but he's maybe a bit old, right, is William Dafoe.
Yeah. He'll be a good Joker. The only issue now is that he's in the Green Goblin again.
Yeah.
Tough. William Dafoe, right? He's a very good actor also. Very good actor. And he just got that like very weird look, like a bit weird. That type of feel.
Like be that crazy, and you're just so confident with his acting. But like I said, it would be a very big mismatch if you choose a very young Batman, right? Then you choose a very old Joker. So the young Joker that I have, right, is actually Rami Malek.
Oh, that'd be an interesting pick. Rami Malek is a good pick.
Yeah, right. I thought that for someone who is like young and he does looks a bit he has that build, that joke, like a bit skinny, and he's a damn good actor. Oh, honestly, I feel like the safer pick would be Anthony, but curiously, like the curious me would want to pick Rami.
Yeah, I can just imagine Rami, right? He might go a bit more to the Jared Leto, like over trying.
It's like you never know how, like it's very hard to know where Rami Malek will be going. But like I said, I'm curious to go know. But I feel like it's the same as previously. What did we choose? The one where you say, he looked like the Flash, like because James still already looked like the part, and confirm he can, like he looks like, this is such a good fit.
He can act the role,
Yeah. It's like you're good fit. Yeah. So I feel like Anthony will be a better fit. Yeah.
Okay, I'm leaning more to the
Anthony.
Star-Lord. No, not Star-Lord. Homelander. Star-Lord.
Chris Pratt.
Hey. What's the matter? Yeah. All right. I think we have to make a decision on this Batman before we end it off. Give me this, man. Just give me this. Just give me.
Since honestly, I really can't decide. I can't find any other Batman, and honestly, he's like really,
it's so hard to find.
Yeah, because it's really very hard. Because the thing is, yeah, and Batman is such a crucial role. But I really feel like after watching The Witcher, right, he can do like a more than decent job playing Batman. Yeah.
All right, I don't care. We're taking Tyler Richard as Batman. Yeah, Sam Clifton, you stay as Aquaman. Yeah. All right, okay. I'm just gonna read out our cast once again, like just to recap. Okay, our Batman will be Alan Richardson. I don't care.
Alan Richardson.
Our Wonder Woman is Alexandra Daddario. Our Flash will be Lucas Till, right? Correct?
Yes, Lucas
Till. Our Green Lantern, the only one that we like, both of us, is Glenn Powell.
Yes.
Yeah. See, yeah. Oh, one more honorable mention, right? If Zac Efron was like not so weird now, right? He was.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a bit weird now. So
yeah. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, Aquaman, Sam Clifton. Just easy pick. Martian Manhunter, what's it, Reddick, right? Lance
Reddick.
Lance Reddick. Harley Quinn, Victoria Pedretti. We would choose Margot Robbie if we could. And then lastly, our Joker is Anthony Starr. Okay, that was our DC thing. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, honestly, I think that seems like a good Justice League.
You know what? It will be insane, right? If they recast all of them as the
Yeah. Well, yeah. We called it. We called it.
Okay. That was a fun episode. That was our DC recasting episode.
Get out of here.
Oh, look at the time. The coffee shop is closing. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the episode, please remember to get a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. We have episodes that drops every Monday. But in the same time, also, if you're into football, with football season is coming back, you have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday. And also, if you're into game show formats, you have the SG Draft podcast that drops every Friday. Also, for this week, we're going to be doing some DC-related tournament on our Instagram page every Monday to Thursday. So you can head over to there and vote for some of the fun tournaments that are going to be happening on the Instagram page. Okay, hopefully all of these people get casted in the role.
We can only hope.
Yeah, we can only hope. But in the meantime, just remember, a Kopi a day keeps the troubles away.
I'm Batman.
Elleration is Batman. Thank you, brother.
Ciao.